Hey Resinators, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and today I have a new mini storytime compilation for you where I will be reading 2 of the top petty revenge stories from Reddit, where 2 pretty incredible women took matters into their own hands. So I need you guys to help me decide if their petty revenge was justified or a bit of overkill. Also, make sure you stay till the end so that you can see the final results to my latest mushroom, guys. I really love the results of this one, and I was super excited to show you guys, and I want to know what you think. So grab your favorite snack, settle in, and get ready to be inspired, entertained, and maybe even a little bit shocked. All right, guys, so for the first story, the title says it all. Don't mess with a scorned woman. Okay, so it all started when my ex-husband would constantly pick fights with me just so that he can have an excuse to cheat on me every single weekend. For months, I had no idea what was really going on, but one day I finally caught on to his shenanigans and decided to turn the tables. So one particularly argumentative week, we went to buy him an entirely new wardrobe because he lost weight recently. Me, being the supportive wife that I am, took the clothes home, washed and folded and hung everything up. Then Friday night, we had our weekly argument as usual, and of course, he was gone. Finally, I received a call telling me where he was and what he was doing. At that point, I knew it was go time, so I made my first call to the cops. What I said to the police was that I was genuinely concerned about my husband driving under the influence. I had to mention that it was a completely illegal car, no inspection, insurance, or no licensed driver. Then my next call was to the bar where I told them that I was 9 months pregnant and going into labor, so my husband had to come home immediately. Although I really was pregnant, I was not going into labor yet. While I was still on the phone, I got all of his brand new clothes out and I cut the toes off of his socks, the crotch out of all of his boxers, the armpits out of his shirts, and then made them into belly shirts. I cut his jeans straight up the pants legs to the pockets. I then proceeded to fold all of them nicely and place them back into the drawers. The next morning, after my father-in-law picked him up from the drunk tank, I had already moved most of my stuff out of the house. When he got home, he went to take a shower, and the loving wife that I am gave him a new set of clothes to put on and waited for him to discover his new look. Best fit check I've ever witnessed. Just saying, don't mess with a hormonal scorned woman. Hell yes, I am so glad that she destroyed something. Like, I honestly think she should have done more, because if you're gonna cheat on your pregnant wife, all bets are off. All bets are off. I'm so mad for her. Like, I would never accept that. I cannot tolerate that disrespect. Like, for him to have the audacity to make up fights just so that he can run out of the house and cheat on his pregnant wife, that's a whole nother level of low. So for me, obviously, everything she did was 100% justified, and in my opinion, she could have done a little bit more. So you guys let me know in the comments what you think and what you would do in this situation. Okay guys, and here's story number 2. Now this one I haven't read all the way through yet, but it honestly feels like something I would do as a mom, I'm not even gonna lie. So this one is called, My Mom Hired 2 Kids to Beat Up My Childhood Bully. I hate bullies, so honestly, I can't even blame the mom already. All right, so here's the story. So this story is a little bit long, but there is some background that is very important to the story. So this happened when I, female, was in 3rd grade and my childhood bully, male, was in the same class. He also lived in the same neighborhood as me, but fell 2 grades. So obviously he was a lot bigger than me. In the condos that we lived in, not many people had AC, so we left the doors open and the screen doors shut. So one day when I was walking to my friend's house to see if she could come out to play, I hear some screaming and pounding, and I just happened to look because it startled me when I see his little sister fly across the room. I go back home and call my mom, and of course she calls CPS, and the 5 kids get taken away. But since this is the 80s, back then it was really common to just promise that you won't do it again and you would get your kids back. So they were all taken away multiple times and then given back. So when he gets back, he somehow found out that it was my mom that called CPS. So at the bus stop before school, he just out of nowhere sucker punched me. Literally knocked me down on the ground. Everyone saw it, but I didn't say anything to anyone because our teacher was close friends with my mom and her husband works with my dad. So if I said anything, my parents would have found out instantly. Okay, so anyways, when we got back home, a kid who lives right next door to me went to his mom and told her that I got sucker punched in the face at the bus stop. She went and called my mom, and my mom goes to the worst area of Detroit and hires 2 kids the same age as him for $20 each to come whoop his ass. She also told them to tell him not to ever look at me again. Then she just dropped them back off on their street, and that's how Italians deal with things. I didn't even know that my bully was beat up by 2 kids until years later. I thought that the bruises were from his parents. I honestly never even knew why he stopped harassing me. Okay guys, so that is a story of a badass mom. I ain't even gonna lie. Like, I know for some people say that you can't fight fire with fire, and I do completely agree with that in most cases. But some people just need to have their asses whooped. For some people, that's the only way that they're gonna learn. I feel bad for the kid. I understand that he had a terrible home life and his parents probably sucked, but that is not a good reason to then go and bully other people. I know me personally, I knew what was right and wrong at a young age. And there are plenty of kids that get treated like crap at home and they still don't go and take it out on everybody else. And so the bottom line is very simple. Don't hit people. And if you do, expect to get hit back, because that's just the way the world works. Period. So you guys let me know, was this justified or was it overkill? Because he did kind of get his ass whooped, but in my mind, I think he deserved it. So you guys let me know what you think. And to all of the Resinators that stayed to the end of the video, I love you so, so much. Let me know, what do you think about the final results of my mushroom, guys? I love the red and white together. It's so sparkly. Ooh, super cute. And it gives me Mario vibes. So if you stay to the end of the video, make sure that you drop red and white hearts in the comments so that I know that you're a true supporter. All right, besties, as usual, stay kind, stay amazing, and stay petty. Peace.